a glitch. It turns it's like turn into Bonnie, and now nah.
As bad as it seems. Although the four bases appear to be allied, in reality, each has its own agenda. We only have conflicts with Radio Prosperity and Warning Base.
The lights are figuring.
Snow Worship Sect and Emerald Waterside Base were just pulled in by them. Since there are no real grudges,
okay, I guess it's no longer safe in that room.
Even if they do send
what about in
troops,
this room? It's definitely.
The others agreed with this view.
Not this room. This room cannot.
Our biggest weakness is our small
Oh
number
God,
of
I'm
people,
cooked.
which would put a lot of pressure
I'm gonna
on
go
us in a
downstairs.
multi-front battle, and it would be hard to withstand
I can sleep in those rooms.
We can't
And
be
it's
on alert
nighttime.
24
I
hours
guess
a
it's
day.
not
At
working
this
because
point,
it's
John
nighttime.
revealed his strategy.
I'm just gonna go my
Which naturally form a barrier.
iPhone
The large
stopped.
snowy cedars on the hills are soft,
By the glitch
making it
into-
impossible for them to charge down and attack us.
just gonna
So we
look up
just
the
need to
sky.
guard
It's
to
so pretty.
approximately 120
Barney,
degrees of our
I
frontal
am
field of
Barney
vision.
from
John
Animal
drew a mark
Hospital.
on the map. Our firepower will also be concentrated in this position. Our goal isn't to defeat them, but to repel them, making them believe I have the power
I
to
will go
dominate
watch
this
the
area.
house
After
cam.
this battle, I will naturally negotiate with them to redefine the boundaries of our territories, ensuring they won't easily invade our land again. At this point, Chun Li
Okay, I'm gonna go to his house. I think I make guys. I don't know if you guys like.
It's likely that our outer defenses will be breached soon, and we'll have to retreat to defend the shelter. In that case, we can only rely on the shelter's own defenses and the boss's dimensional gate for facing such a large number of attackers.
Excuse me. What are you wearing? What are you wearing? I'm gonna go to my house, bro. What is he wearing? Something kind of boring. I'm gonna leave. And I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Yeah.
However, John has still reassured everyone these issues are not a problem for me. For the second series, took out a telescope. Indeed, through the snowstorm, he saw a figure in a red robe, looking like a rendering man. Step with a walking stick. Anyone wondering what sighting such harsh weather could not be an ordinary person. Xiao Li immediately judged he must be a mutant. However, he seemed to be alone. What could his purpose be? If he dared to appear here alone, either he was very confident in his own abilities, or he believed that Xiao Li and the others would not attack him. At that moment, Uncle Yu suddenly exclaimed, I recognize this person. I saw him back in the New District. He's the Grand Cleric of the Snow Worship Sect. Behind him, Joe Carrot also said cautiously, Snow Worship Sect. Where are they sending someone here for now? Luke Karen also wheeled Yang Xingxi up to the second floor. Yang Xingxi analyzed. According to the intelligence, Snow Worship Sect has always been at odds with the other forces. If we want to dissolve their alliance from within, Snow Worship Sect could be a good entry point. John Yi put down the telescope and said in a deep voice, I don't have a good impression of these cult organizations. They tend to be more paranoid and crazier than normal people. Yet Yang Xingxi laughed and said, it's not about becoming friends with them. If they can be of use, I will explain. John Yi also agreed, turning to Chun Li. I'll tell you what to say. Almost peed himself with fear, pleading, boss, my ability is too weak. Isn't sending me out like sending me to my death? John Lee looked at him with disdain. Your ice and snow ability is almost invincible
So she
in
can
this
breathe
environment,
easier.
and I'll be covering you with a sniper rifle from behind. If he makes any suspicious move, I can take him on instantly. Seeing Zhang Yi's uncompromising gaze, Chun Li reluctantly agreed. Zhang Yi told Chun Li, I've turned the gears from ATR already. Go now. Don't let him get too close, lest he sees how we've set up our defenses. As Chun Li walked out, when he neared the old man, he stopped the Grand Cleric from advancing further as instructed by Zhang Yi. The Grand Cleric smiled gently and said to Chun Li in humble manner, Greetings, I see a strong radiance in you. Surely you are also a powerful mutant. I am Zhao Changhua, Grand Cleric of the Snow Worship Sect. Here on the order of our leader to visit Mr. Zhang Yi. Zhang Yi's eyebrows furrowed slightly. He's indeed here for me. Uncle Yu also remarked, this old man's ability seems to be able to see through people's habits. He approached me once in the UA district. but I refused him. Later, he helped Li Jian awaken his abilities. Zhang Yi nodded and said, his ability is indeed very practical, especially when used in conjunction with their leader Yuan Kongya's blessings. It's a perfect match. Zhang Yi instructed Chen Lei to ask the other party what his purpose was. Chen Lei somewhat pompously said, our boss isn't someone you can just meet whenever you want. You can speak your piece directly. Our boss can hear everything. The Grand Cleric was somewhat surprised. This Zhang Yi is indeed cautious, even being so careful about meeting an old man like me. This increased his respect for Zhang Yi. The Grand Cleric said, I am here to deliver important intelligence to Mr. Zhang Yi. In 3 days, 3 major
My bad,
bases will join
Jamie.
forces to
My
attack
bad,
the shameless warlord's attempt to destroy such a beautiful home, even harboring the intent to kill. I even tried to persuade my leader to join their ranks to attack you. However, my snow worship sect has always advocated for peace and love, unless we do not wish to associate with it. Therefore, we hope to establish cooperation with Mr. Zhang Yi. After the Grand Cleric proposed a partnership, Zhang Yi's expression gradually became more animated. The situation was unfolding just as he had envisioned. The major forces were not in harmony to begin with, each harboring their own ulterior motives, simply wanting to divide up West Mountain's territory. Their so-called alliance was bound to be extremely fragile. As long as the interests aligned, they could switch sides at any time. Whether it was Emerald Waterside Base or Snow Worship Set, both were looking to play both sides. As long as he saw an advantage for himself, he would not hesitate to switch allegiances. Thinking this, Chinese confidence surged. The more tenuous their alliance, the greater his chances of winning the battle. He instructed Chen Lei through the voice communicator. What then is the purpose of your visit today? Is it just to tell us they don't want to join their attack on us? Unexpectedly, the Grand Cleric shook his head. My intent was to cooperate. But there would be cooperation. The mission of my Snow Worship sect is love and peace, and we resolutely fight against all dark forces. Thus, our leader wishes to collaborate with Mr. Zhang Yi to counter the other factions. Situations are quite similar. Those warlord forces fear our rise and are doing everything they can to suppress us. Why should we continue to live so arduously? From this perspective, our organizations are of the same kind, so I believe we should unite and resist them, standing against the hegemony of those bases. The Grand Cleric spoke logically, but Zhang Yi found it uninspiring. In essence, they were being bullied and wanted to pull him into their revenge. He had Chen Lei ask the Grand Cleric, if you want to cooperate, you need to show some sincerity. Upon hearing this, the Grand Cleric smiled slightly. I have not come empty-handed this time. To show our sincerity, I have brought the most precious relic of the Snow Worship set, the Frost Essence. Chen Lei and hesitated for the Grand Cleric explained, the function of the Frost Essence is quite simple. It can stimulate a person's potential, enabling ordinary people to awaken and become mutants. For mutants, it can enhance the abilities of the gifted, making their powers stronger. Having been in Heavenly Sea City for so long, surely you've heard of this treasure? At this point, Zhang Yi was skeptical. He never believed in a free lunch. Gaining abilities through external forces surely comes at cost. Who would believe this training? This Frost Essence must have some unsavory side effects, right? Do you think everyone is a fool? The Grand Cleric seemed to anticipate Zhang Yi's concerns, and he calmly stated the Frost Essence is a sacred relic of the Snow Worship set, absolutely without any side effects. This has been verified by many parties. The 4 major forces have all sought it from us, and they found no issues. Upon hearing this, Zhang Yi was quite taken aback. All 4 bases had used it. Their sources of information were very more comprehensive and abundant than his, and they had access to advanced scientific research equipment and talent. If there were any side effects, they would surely have been discovered. With this in mind, Zhang Yi immediately asked Yang Xinxin to pull up the data. After some work, Yang Xinxin said, there are indeed records of this. According to the documents, all 4 bases had indeed requested Frost Essence from the Snow Worship set, and West Mountain Base even successfully awakened 2 mutants using it. According to West Mountain Base's research, this Frost Essence is actually cells from Yuan Kongya herself. Inspired by this, West Mountain Base attempted to replicate the process, transplanting Lin cells into others, which later resulted in the creation of the modified beings. However, Yuan Kongya cells are different from others. They do not produce any harmful substances, nor can they manipulate the recipients through the cells. The reason why the Snow Worship sect has risen so rapidly is largely due to using Frost Essence in exchange for their survival space. If this information is true, then this Frost Essence is undoubtedly a great thing. Is there really such a thing as a free lunch? Can it awaken abilities in people without them having to go through a near-death experience, and also enhance the potentials of those already with abilities? He would never believe in such a miracle. Even if it existed, there would surely be hidden side effects. Johnny told Chun-Lei, asking what happens when this thing is used on ordinary people. After Chun-Lei asked, the Grand Cleric replied, the effects of this item on ordinary people vary because everyone's potential is different. Most people experience only a slight effect, while a very few can awaken abilities directly through it. So, it's actually most suitable for use on mutants. As he spoke, the Grand Cleric handed the Frost Essence directly to Chun-Lei, describing its preciousness while giving it away